Forgive the informality of this. I haven't written a script or anything for it. I'm just going to do this quickly to answer a question that I received regarding how to select an input that is not explicitly or discretely stated using third-party controls. And the thing I mean by that is for individual zones like this, you can choose from the various sources that exist, including a mix source. And so you've got your, for example, in this case, we've got a microphone, we've got a music source, and we've got a source that is labeled mix. It's a mix. If we go to sources here, we can see what I mean by that, mic, music, and mix. Now, it's not possible to send a third-party command to control these volume levels here. So you can control the volume level here with third-party control, and you can control the mix master volume level, but you cannot control the individual submix levels using third-party controls at this time. So the question that I was asked is, how do you select a particular music source using third-party controls? And the way that you do that is we'll go into settings, and this is the same device here, and we can see that we have these drop-down menus for choosing a particular source or choosing a particular parameter we wish to send. So in this case, we're going to go to parameter group, zones, and we're going to do parameter type, source, and then here we have zone source 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. for our different zones. So we'll do the outdoors zone. Now remember, this is the zone. We're still not getting to the part where we actually want to change to a particular source. The next thing here is the exact value, which we don't really have an option of anything else. And then we can choose from a integer, right? Well, this doesn't really tell us a whole lot, and that can be a little bit confusing. I certainly was confused at first myself, and I admit maybe I'm a little still confused, but I think I figured out how to get this working. So what we can do here is we know that we want to select the mix for this output here, right? Instead of the mic, we'll choose the mix, or we can choose any of these discrete inputs, but we want to choose the mix in this example. So I'll go back over here to this and go to message table, and we can see that the zone or the mix is mix name 14, right? It's module number 14. And that's because confusingly, it is the 15th possible input, right? You've got 14 inputs starting with 0, so you've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 13. And then you have 4 mixes, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And so your first mix is 14. I know, a little wacky, but that's how computer nerds start with 0, right? So we have number 14 here, and that's the key to this. So as an example, I'll fire up Hercules here, and we've got this connected to, well, we've got it about to connect to the IP address of this device, and we'll go to our third-party message builder. We'll tell it that we want for a zone, the source, the zone we're caring about is outdoors, value is exact value, and in this case, we're going to put in the number 14 because that's the 14th input, or I guess the 15th input, right? We'll copy this, and so now we've got that copied to our copy paste buffer. We'll put this in here, which I think I already put it in there before, but we'll just start it fresh. We'll paste that in there. We will connect to this device as we're connected. Now we'll go back here just so we can look at what it's doing, right? We want to actually watch that what we've done has done the thing we want it to do. I'll click send, and then I think I have to hit enter in here because I don't remember how to do that. But you can see that it has gone to the mix, right? And if I tell this some random number, like we'll do 17, which doesn't have anything associated to it, I'll click send, and it goes to nothing in particular. And then, for example, I can take this and put it to, we'll just do 1, which I think 1 is going to be our music source. And now that's going to be music. So we just are able to take just that integer, just that last number, and that's how we select which source is going to be present there. And we get that from the message table, even though it doesn't explicitly tell us to use the number 14, but it happens to be 14 because that's what's here. So I hope that makes sense. Thanks.